next question comes from James and is accompanied by this photo. Thank you for sending that in. So James asks, what are these? My son thinks that they're barnacles, but what are barnacles? Are they a plant? Well, that's a great question. Barnacles are in fact animals, and they're quite closely related to crabs, lobsters and shrimps. They're crustaceans, and they live by attaching themselves to a surface and growing their shell over it to keep themselves protected. The animal itself, if you were to cut open the shell, can be found with its head or attached to the surface by its forehead, with long feathery legs coming out of the shell when the tide is in, which then waft in the water column, allowing it to gather particles of food, for example plankton, which it can then consume. But as well as attaching to rocks and physical surfaces like that, they can also attach themselves to larger animals. So you'll often find, if you go crabbing, a crab with a number of barnacles on its shell, and it's essentially treating the crab as a surface on which it can grow, which can become a bit of a problem for the crab if it has too many of them growing on it, as it adds extra weight to it. They can also be found growing on whales, for example humpback whales. You'll often see images of them with a large number of barnacles on their throat. So barnacles are a fantastically diverse group which can be most commonly found when the tide goes out. Do go and have a look for them. Just be careful on the rocks as they are very sharp and you could easily injure yourself if you tripped on them. Thank you for the question.